Hey yo, BTG gave me the opportunity to express myself and be the
Guys, let's get into the meat and potatoes of this call. There's two things that I would like to announce today, right? That we need to go over in depth. Let me go over the first things first, right? The first thing is that obviously we just launched a very robust campaign. What is it called? It's called Spectrum, right? So now we have the ability to market for Spectrum. What does this mean? 41 different states that we can market in. We also will be releasing this in each and every state. So if you have the opportunity to pick up a market somewhere, then I would definitely say do that. They have an excellent program where they're marketing for internet and then of course the wireless services, right? This is vital and key and important that we actually start to pick up on other campaigns. Why? Because again, if we stay focused, if we keep our focus, right, on only Lifeline only, we're putting ourselves in a position where we look like as if we can't pivot. We look like we're not a marketing company, then we're just a lifeline company, right? And we are not just a lifeline company underneath no circumstances. So I'm going to actually share my screen with you because I want to go over some of these numbers, right, that we're paying out on the agent level, show you how robust it truly is. So you guys ready to talk some money? You guys ready to talk some money?
Yeah.
Let's talk some money, guys. Now, let me share my screen with you. All right, guys. Can you guys see our corporate ladder?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
I can
Okay,
see
guys.
it.
Right on. If you guys know, we have a 4-stage system to get you guys to independent business owners and above and beyond, right? Helping us build out this wonderful thing that we call Bridge to Gap Marketing. Bridge to Gap Marketing, we like to say that we're strengthening America by creating entrepreneurs. You may come here an employee with an employee mindset, but you're going to leave with a money generating asset. So I'm super excited about that. So let's move on, right? Everybody starts here as a marketing agent, obviously, right? At a marketing agent level, look at what the pay is. So obviously Spectrum is an internet company as well as a cable company, but they're moving away from the cable. They don't even want us marketing the cable, so we do not get paid for the cable, right? So obviously at the marketing agent level for just the gig sales here, and of course we pay on performance, it's based on tiers, but as long as you hit your tier of at least 8 sales, right, you're looking at $160 per. So obviously let's just say you do 10 sales, great, that's $1,600 for the week. Okay, that's real accomplishment, not just activity, right? If we're looking at the Internet Ultra 500, which is the mid tier, right? That's the middle brother of everything, right? 140 at top tier, and then 120 at just the Internet 300 over 300, which is more or less their introductory speed of Internet. Now, any questions on that? Silence is golden. I'll move forward, right? So also they have the Internet 100 megabits per second as well, which is lesser speed. They're going to see this inside of these rural towns, smaller areas. It's okay because it still pays handsomely as well at the agent level. Look there, at the top tier, you're still making $90, right? So even at 10 sales there, that's $900 per week. Now, obviously, you guys know we're independent contractors. We're 1099, obviously. So you receive all of your money, right? So you receive all of the benefits of that as well. But here is what I'm excited about is they also have a wireless line of service. Now, unless you guys haven't seen what these cable companies are doing, they're truly pivoting, right? They're putting themselves in a position to be able to sell wireless. Right now, inside of America, cable companies are accounting for overall 10% of the actual cell phone sales. What does that mean? That means that that's where they're pivoting to, okay? So for those of you guys that don't know, Spectrum is a cable company, but it partnered with Verizon to offer cell phone service. So that's what a lot of people don't know. Many people are paying for the name brands now, but the name brand isn't where it's at. Why? Because you can get Verizon service for much cheaper of a price by going with the cable company. The one caveat though is that they have to have Spectrum Internet or whatever the cable company is, right? Because we also market for a few others that also has the mobility component to it. So obviously you will make $30 for that first line because why? That first line is actually free. Yes, absolutely. So right now, if you take the internet service with Spectrum, that first line is actually free. So you can get a SIM card mailed out. They can pop that SIM card right into their iPhone and they have unlimited data, talk, text right through from Spectrum. So they'll pay one bill and it takes care of their cell phone and their home internet. How amazing is that? Now you can have up to 10 lines with these cable companies, and then for these additional lines, obviously here it'll pay out $60 at the agent level. So it keeps going up, right? So if you got 5 lines, obviously, if we're looking at 5 lines, then we'll be looking at 1 times 30, 4 times 60. You guys with me? Hit me with a thumbs up. Hit me with a thumbs up if you're with me. Or drop some fire in the chat. Let me know that you're alive. Right on. So obviously look at your spectrum areas and where you are around you. All right. Are there any questions, thoughts, or concerns on that? If not, I'm going to move forward because we even get paid also for the phone lines. So Spectrum even still sells the home phone line. These are digital voice over IP lines, right? For those that really want to keep a phone line inside of their home. And we still get paid for that as well. Now, if you guys have been following us or you understand how our programs usually work, the home phone has usually been taken out of our commission structure, meaning we do not get paid. But with Spectrum, we do. Okay, so that's that on that. But you guys see the difference, see how robust it is in the telecom world. Okay, I want to make sure that you guys get a chance to see that. Anybody did any math in their head? Did anybody take some time to do any math in their head just now? Right? Did you say, what did you need? What was your freedom number? Did anybody do that type of math? Like, hold up. All I got to do is be able to do 10 sales per week. That's $1,600, right? What is 1,600 times 52? That's $83,000 per year. Did anybody stop and take some time and do some math?
Is that just 10 sales a week?
It's just 10 sales a week.
Yeah, good money.
That's just 10 sales a week. Working for yourself, guys. Right? 160 times 10, 1,600. Keep that math simple, times 52. $83,000 per year.
And that's just for that, pretty much.
That's just the internet. But by the way, guys, they're giving a phone line away for free. Okay, so right now for $39.99, Spectrum will give you their 300 over 300 internet, which at top tier pays you about $120, right? Right, so that's $1,200. And then of course you got the additional line. What is that? That's an additional $30. So 10 times 3 is 300. So that's $1,500 times 52. That's $78,000, even if you do our introductory speed as well as with that phone. Okay.
So Quincy, just a question for you. This is Elizabeth. So I just want to, so if we're signing them up if we signing a customer up for the internet, how does it work with the phone process? Because I want to be clear, when we sign them up for the internet, we give them a plan. Does the phone fall in place with the internet, or do we talk about something outside of the internet plan and then a phone?
Great question, and thank you for asking it, Elizabeth, because I know a lot of people are thinking it. Right now, this is the main promotional offer that Spectrum is spending its marketing dollars on. Okay? Right now, I want you guys to look at your phone once you get off this phone here, and there's going to be an ad that comes across your Instagram feed, your Facebook feed, or anywhere that ads. It's going to say Spectrum, and they're going to market to you a $39.99 offer for 1 year with 1 line of service included. Watch. Okay, and if you can, I want you to screenshot that and drop it in the chat, right, to let me know that you're paying attention. Your phone is even listening to you right now because they're paying to market to you this actual promotion. So with that being said, the client may already know, they may approach you and already, know like, hey, what's up with this offer where I can get cell phone service with you guys? Absolutely. So right now we can get you internet and plus throw in a line of free service. 1 line, right? Well, I got 3 lines on my account, even better. Right? Because 2 lines is, it goes just to $30 per month. So you're paying $15 per line, right? And then of course they have a top tier service. All of these are things that you guys are going to learn on the back end, but you have to apply yourself. We're going to make sure that we supply you with training videos, right? So that you guys can start to watch those training videos. And then of course, it's going to be up to you to get in the field and pivot, right? To speak with the clients. You're not going to have all the answers. It's okay. Let them know that you are new, right? But the point is that you will get your questions answered and you have more than enough support to do it. But obviously, take control, take control of your own life now at this point. Do not wait on help. Nobody's here to save you, not Trump, not Biden, not Nobody. You know what I'm saying? Wake up in the morning, thank God, check on your family, and go to work, right? You do that over and over again, and one day you will wake up very successful and very happy. Any thoughts, any questions on that? Because I got another announcement for you.
Yes, how long will the payout be for Spectrum? Is it 2 weeks, a week, or how does that work?
Yes, Spectrum should only be 2 weeks, okay? Only 2 weeks. So it won't be like Verizon is right now. Verizon is 3 weeks out. Great question, Tanya. So it pays out faster. But obviously, you guys know we put out what's called pay calendars here. These pay calendars are important. They're always attached to your onboarding documents, as well as if you go back inside of Bamboo right now, you click on files, you'll be able to click on pay calendar. So it shows you everything you need to know: when the week starts, when the week stops, when you get paid. Okay.
Quincy, a question, Elizabeth again. So, once the customer signs up for, if they was approved for, internet service and that forth, then the customer might say, well, okay, I signed up for the internet. When do I get my phone? Are y'all gonna mail it to me? How am I gonna get my phone?
Great question. So you're going to input the deal into the system, right? You're going to go through what's called Chuzo. Jose was making mention of it earlier that he needs his login. You're going to go through what's called Chuzo. You put in the address there. It's going to show you exactly what's available. If Spectrum is available inside that area, then you're going to move forward, and it's going to take you into their system at that time. You're going to click on the 300 or the 500 or the gig speed internet. Then just below that, it's going to have the option for you to add on any phone lines that you may need. If they are keeping their same phone number, then you'll have to go through the prompts to keep their same phone number. If they're getting a new number, then you won't have to go through it, right? And then literally you can opt in to have them just mail out the SIM card. Once they mail out the SIM card, they, on activation. So they got to put it inside their phone, keep it pushing. One bill, one deal, right? So you'll see all of that inside of your back office, but you'll be in charge of the entire sale. Make sense? Elizabeth, did I answer your question?
You did, Quincy. I'm sorry. Yes, you did.
Thank you, thank you. You must have some Spectrum around you somewhere.
Well, Quincy, I have some people that I have talked, some people that I have talked to. So I do have a um someone out there that's supposed to meet with me this morning to come over to actually talk about some customers that might be interested. And I'm actually waiting on them. They're supposed to be about 9 to 10. So that's why the questions I'm asking, so I can be prepared for the young lady when she come over, and if she got somebody that's really ready to sign up.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Good job. So obviously you haven't been onboarded for Spectrum yet, but if you got anybody that's ready to sign up for DirecTV, I do believe you've been onboarded for DirecTV.
Yes.
That's onboarded with DirecTV also can sell AT&T as well, their wireless devices as well as their home internet if you're inside of an area that has fiber service through AT&T, which you guys should check out those commission structure. Oh my God, you should check out AT&T's commission structure. Their home internet.
So Quincy, that's another question too. So here's is where I had signed the young lady up, and it said once we signed her up that she was already with AT&T, and so they couldn't pull her over to Verizon because she already was, but they do give you an option. Do you still want to stay with AT&T? Do you want to move over to, Verizon?
So tell me, Elizabeth, are you speaking about the mobility services, Verizon Wireless? Or,
I'm talking about the internet services.
okay, so you had a customer that already had AT&T for their home internet?
Yeah, when I signed up, she said she had it came up on the screen that he was already a resisting customer with AT&T.
Okay, what area is this?
I believe she was in DC.
Okay, so more than likely, that customer was an existing customer with Verizon, not AT&T. AT&T home internet isn't available inside of DC. It's mainly inside the South, Texas, Tennessee, Missouri, parts of Florida. It's mainly AT&T and Verizon doesn't compete.
No, what I'm saying is I she was with Verizon, but they had also on the stream AT&T on up on the stream. I thought that's what I saw.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe Chanel can help us with that, right? Chanel, have you know what Elizabeth is thinking of?
Conspiratorial accusations that are false, regardless of the people making those accusations.
So, but I haven't seen that ever where it shows you where it has AT&T for service. Now it will let you know that Verizon is already there. There's an existing service, but not AT&T with that. So, but let me know. Keep me posted. Screenshot that anytime you see it, right, and shoot it over
Okay.
to your manager. This way we can kind of get some clarity on it. We'll get you some clarity right away.
Okay.
Cool. And
Appreciate it.
appreciate you. All right, gang. All right. So, any other questions on that? It's a great time to be in marketing. All right, cool in the gang. So now I got to get over to, and I want to go over the changes with excess. Guys, I want you guys to know something right now, that the changes with excess are Lifeline only. That's the biggest change. It's Lifeline only. How many of you guys have done Lifeline only before there was actual ACP? Nobody? All right.
I
So,
did. Quincy. This is Elizabeth again.
oh, good, Elizabeth. So you did it before. So you remember what the commissions were like. The commissions, once ACP started, the program got really robust. It rejuvenated the entire program. They started giving away tablets and,
Hmm.
so fun things that you can do. But now it's actually back to Lifeline because ACP has clearly run out, right? So everybody's affected by this. Telecom, Lifeline, everybody, right? So you get some companies that they have chosen to go out of business now at this point. You got Excess Telecom, they're still fighting, right? I'm telling you, I got a chance to speak with the owner myself personally last weekend, and he told me a few things that blew my mind, right? Things that, I will share with you guys, like the fact that, he hasn't spent a dime of any excess money. That's how well endowed he is, right? He's doing very well for himself at this point, but he really wants this company to be successful. And you can tell from the way that he's maneuvered himself so far, right? Obviously, since February 8th, we haven't been getting paid for tablets, but we've been able to still continue selling tablets, and we're still gotten paid our full commission on it. And that right there is him in his pocket, right, in terms of the company. So admirable. And then when I spoke to him, obviously, he's full speed ahead, right? He's totally dedicated to the program. He is a long-time thinker, a long-term thinker, and that's what I like to be around, is long-term thinkers. So, and then obviously we have one of the best clients in terms of the retailers that we deal with here with them, and they have a great relationship with the owner as well. So I feel very comfortable, right? But obviously the Lifeline game has changed. So let's move forward. Obviously, you guys know the four stages here. As a marketing agent, let's talk about now how the pay works. The biggest thing is that we're changing around the verbiage, guys, right? The sales, obviously, we're going to break it down to dollar, but first and foremost, I want you guys to understand something. We now have what's called a new point system. The reason why we're going to a point system is because before ACP started Lifeline, these companies, in order for us to be in compliance, we needed to make sure that we had a different system to be able to pay on. We couldn't just say dollar per phone, right? Or so much amount per phone. There had to be a point system and a way to actually earn the monies, right? So they didn't, so we had to adopt that now that we're back to Lifeline. So with that being said, the point system is very simple, right? It's just based around the money that you're making, okay? So let's just say you did 25 sales last week. You did 25 enrolls, right? You will be up to tier 2, which will be $6 per, okay? Times 25. And we would grade that at 150 points, also $150. You guys got me on that? I just want to keep that simple because I need to go over the point system. But I want you guys to take a look at what the commission structure has changed to now. Now it starts at $5, $6, $7, and $8 per phone only. Okay? Drastic change in pay there. I think we all expected it. I know at least I did. inside of the business, because I've been doing this long enough inside the Lifeline industry. The reason why I wanted to make sure that I rolled this out to you guys is because A, I wanted to make sure that all of your questions were answered, and B, I wanted to make sure that you guys are in the right mindset, no matter what, behind this and what this means. So I want to take some time on open up the call here, because very much so different from what you guys were paid before with the ACP and the Lifeline. No longer ACP, it's only Lifeline. We no longer get paid for tablets. Tablets that we do have, they're gonna be retrieved from you by your managers, right, and sent back, right, so that we can get that off of our books. For those of you guys that don't know, it's $65 per phone, $100 per tablet. That's important for me to note. Why? Because again, right now, we need to make sure that you guys are paying attention and you guys are not suffering too many losses out there, right? Going forward, there will be a 10% hold as well on these devices. This 10% hold will go inside of an escrow, so to speak, right? And this escrow will be housed to cover any losses that you have here while you're marketing for Access Telecom and while you're working on this program. If you decide to leave the program, then within 90 days, we'll be looking at a payout of your full escrow, or we'll be able to take from your escrow and pay for any debts that you may have. Okay? So I want to stop right there, and I want to open up the call, gang. Right? So please, what questions do you have? And do not tell me you don't have any questions. Let's get it.
So if we sell 25 phones, that's $150.
Yes, ma'am.
Gotcha.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Game has now switched. How do you feel about that, Tiff?
I just gonna see how the phones move. I just gotta put on a get my pitch going.
Right on. Right on. I would definitely say reassess your goals. I would definitely say reassess your goals. Right? Because anything underneath 50, I would say, hey, you know what? Because 50 is 350 points. Right? Now, obviously, that's 350 weekly there on 50 phones. For those of you guys that are big timers, 100 phones, absolutely. Let's go kick ass. I would love to see everybody there, but that's for that top 10%. Those are the ones there. But I know that everybody can get to 50. No doubt about that. No doubt about that. What else, guys? What other questions you guys got?
50 is doable.
Very much so. Come on, guys, talk to me.
I just gotta get onboarded and learn these new campaigns.
Listen, I love it. I love the fact that you just said that. I love the fact that you just said that.
Yeah, Sade said she sent me some info for me to get onboarded with 2 other companies. So I'm gonna be in there like swimwear later on today.
Has anyone else thought about the same thing? Has anyone else thought about the same thing?
I did, Quincy Elizabeth.
Elizabeth, all right, all right. Elizabeth, I'm so happy that you're thinking about the same thing. The industry is changing, and we must move with our cheese.
Mm-hmm.
I say that because it derives from a book, Who Moved My Cheese. You guys should read it, by the way. So, I don't want anybody to get stuck. I don't want anybody to become complacent here. We have multiple campaigns. This is not our only campaign. Are we loyal to Access Telecom? We are. Do I believe that ACP is going to come back stronger than ever and it'll be robust as it was once before? It will. But what does that mean for us today? It's only two things. Well, it's actually three things, right? And it's fight, flight, or freeze. You guys know what I mean? You guys ever heard that?
Yep.
Fight, flight, or freeze. I want you guys to look at yourself very closely, man, and diagnose yourself and say, what am I doing here? What am I going to do? Am I going to take flight? Meaning, am I just going to leave this company? I'm going to go get, I don't know. So I'm going to go Home Depot, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, am I going to just take flight and leave? Or,
Driving already.
let me make sure that I mute you here. Get a control. I got you. Or you going to freeze, not know what to do? Like, man, I'm just going, and just freeze, right? Or you're gonna fight. What does fight look like, by the way? Does anybody even on this call know what fight looks like? Let's talk about what fight looks like.
I believe fight looks like just staying consistent, trying new things and being consistent with what you're trying or what you're working on or your next goal. That don't mean give up, but that definitely mean try out some new things. And me, myself, I always have my hand in more than one cookie jar because you just can't rely on just one thing. So just be more open-minded to other things.
Right on. Right on. On a daily basis, we're creating more and more opportunity for you guys. Now we have retail coming across the board. We're hoping that we're going to be able to kick that off. Emory and Eugene has committed themselves fully and totally. Based on the job that they're going to do, they're going to get us more opportunity up and down this East Coast here. So we could be looking at BJ's inside of North Carolina, and so forth and so on. But we need to do a good job. So we got retail, we got telecom, and then of course we'll still stay inside of Lifeline. But you have more than enough options to be able to make the type of money that you've always dreamed of. And here, you take ownership of it. We almost guarantee that you're going to be successful, but I can't always guarantee that you guys are going to participate. And right now I need for you guys to participate and find out, what am I going to do here? Am I going to fight, flight, or fight, flight, or freeze? What am I going to do? Right? So if you're fighting, what that looks like she just said, more consistency, right? Making sure that we're on these calls, tapping in, making sure that I'm learning about all of these other programs, what I can pivot towards, right? Who has the best program for me so that I can start setting up some of these strategic events so that I can help more people, right? How can I build a team here? How can I get to a general manager? How can I get to an IBO level? And our IBO level is the most attractive here. Right? Build yourself a company. Build yourself a company that will cash flow you out inside of 30 days. I'm talking about cash flowing. I was speaking to a gentleman yesterday, and I'll close on this. I was speaking to a gentleman yesterday. He lives on Long Island. He's 63 years old. He did something very smart 20 years ago. He bought himself a home. So he has two tenants. It's a three-family, right? He got two tenants. They live upstairs. He lives inside the basement. So they take care of his mortgage for him and then gives him a little extra, right? I happened to ask him. I said, man, how much you getting extra? Man, it's only like $500 extra that I get every month, right? And when I understood that, I'm like, sir, with your experience and your knowledge, because he's done Optimum and he's done Spectrum before, but with your experience and your knowledge, one agent working for you underneath your company will cash flow you out more than that. More than your two tenants that you got that's paying you rent, right? Will cash flow you out more than that. And that's just the God's honest truth. But it's all perspective. It's how you look at it, And then immediately he said that he would do what he needed to do to get onboarded out here. And we need more assets like that. We need more assets like him that are tenured, seasoned, wise enough to know how to actually structure a company, build from the ground up, right? If not, we will coach you every morning at 8 a.m. That's exactly what we do here. So, guys, I want to make sure that I take my time, open this thing up, and ask, do you have any questions, thoughts, concerns, emotional outbursts? Talk to me. All right, guys. You guys know what I say. Silence is golden. Look forward to this back and a playback value. This will be on our YouTube page, right? Share this with anybody that you need to share this with, because if you weren't on this call, I do believe that you are taking flight or you are freezing, right? So hear me right now. Don't do it. We're looking for fighters right now, right? And it's no better time to be inside of a market to be marketing. No better time than right now. The industry is changing and we're at the forefront of that. So with that being said, whether you're joining us on this call or from online, we would love to see you on this call. I'll speak to you guys on Wednesday. Later, gang.
Hey yo, shout out to BTG, shout out to BTG. Hey yo, Q, I see you.